Right, here we go. Teams take the fields right now, and it's the team led by Danny Barrett, none other than the guitar-smashing hero himself, coached by Tui Osborne and Ethan Punye. And the Loggerheads, the men's side there, coached by Colton Kariaga and Martin Yosefa as well. Here's a look at the side.
If you're taking a look at the team, of course, all day, even from the start, they have led with experience. Of course, Danny Barrett actually not taking so much of the leading by example. And actually, Christian Rodriguez, who we mentioned earlier, has really been the playmaker for them. And Danny Barrett, of course, coming in with those crunching tackles. Madison, for you, who kind of is key here from the Loggerheads to be able to win this match?
I mean, with the Loggerheads, Kevon Williams and Martin Yosefa, they're the names, they're the big guys, and if they do what they need to do, it's going to be very difficult for the team. But then at the back, you've got Kian Barry here, former of UCLA, and Captain. He's another really good stepper. If he can pull the strings and put the guys in the right spots, they'll be in a good place.
We are ready to go for the men's first Cup semi-final featuring the team. On the left of your screen, Colson Warner to restart. The Loggerheads in green to receive. They're at AutoZone Park in Memphis, Tennessee. First ever Twinham pops up, and Harley Wheeler thought he was away to the races.
Yeah, just playing the man in the air there. So it was a competitive kick. The Loggerheads lifted their pod, and the team player just seemed to have played the pod rather than going for the ball. Unfortunately for the team, they thought they were away and in for the try. The Loggerheads choosing to slow the game down, put it out of a touch, calm the nerves at the beginning of the semi-final.
Kian Barry punching it towards the sideline, known as the Rug Red and Red Bull, out of London, England. Played at UCLA for many years.
Right on the flag.
Tremendous family. He's got 17 different brothers. Not quite that 17, but his parents were very busy when he was younger. Looking for the short lineup. They go up to Devon Shaw, does well. Oh, Barry juggles this one backwards. It's okay. To Williams now. Kevon Williams, first touch, gets that drift to Yosefa, who's frustrated, and into Danny Barrett as well. The old teammates now hugging each other on the ground. Chance for the team to take possession. No advantage from the original knock-on.
Yeah, just a lot of momentum there from the Loggerheads. It looked like the combination of Kevon Williams and Yosefa was always going to be electric. Unfortunately, the handling just not quite there. And so it's going to be the team that needs to use this platform very cleanly if they want to generate any forward ball.
Guys, right here.
And two guys who don't have an excuse for not having played together very much. So should be on the same page through experience, but a little miscue there between Kevon Williams and Martin Yosefa.
Well, I like that you called them out too, Madison. Former teammate now in the booth. Rodriguez goes around the fringes, looking for the short side. Just an error creeps in, so the Loggerheads have a chance. Ball in hand now. To the 10 they go. Working in there's Brendan Curl. Williams now to Lance Williams. Barry in midfield as Devon Short drifts on that outside, has Yosefa, cuts back in, Martin Yosefa goes in, he goes out. He's like a balloon in a porcupine in a balloon factory. He'll just pop right through, and Yosefa has the first score for the Loggerheads.
And something so interesting, very slight to notice here. Devon Short, of course, playing with Nola Gold. What he does is he steps into that gap, and though he doesn't have to actually use his body physically like he's so used to in 15s, just the fact that he was able to get his body physically between the team defender and Yosefa made that gap even larger for Yosefa to exploit.
And I think if Ryberg tackles into Short there, if he makes a point of showing this man is blocking me from getting to the ball carrier, the referee probably does blow it up for crossing or accidental offside or something like that. But because Ryberg didn't get into Short, the referee lets play continue, and Yosefa's in for the try.
Martin Yosefa, married to Danny, expecting their first child in the March of 2022. So our thoughts were that growing family there, the Yosefos, as Kian Barry goes huge with that kick, comes back to Barrett, almost kicked through there. The team maintains possession through their captain getting the fend.
Okay,
boom, boom,
release.
Barrett.
Roll away quick.
And just a little bit messy there, but of course, if you're going to have Barrett bringing that ball into contact, it's going to be very rare that you lose that ball there.
Yeah, you heard Danny Barrett on the ground saying touch. I think the point he is in his career, Danny's like, okay, we don't need to play a really fast-paced, frenetic game. Let's slow it down, go for touch, and we can build into the match.
Yeah, such an experienced veteran is Danny Barrett, leading the team. They beat the headliners 26-0 and the Loonies 19-12 in a tight game. That is scored to death through Conroy Smith. And that's how they punched their ticket here in the men's semi-finals. Meanwhile, the Loggerheads beat the locals 19-12. They lost to the experts 29-21. Still have an opportunity to advance, though. Rodriguez flicks it down to Warner. It's been very good today, has Warner. On the outside they go, looking to step back in yet again. Rodriguez, a little half gap, but runs into Kevon Williams.
Tackle, release!
He's got his knee on the ground, so told to release it. Yosefo comes in and wins the pill. Goes quickly, does Martin Yosefo. Scored one already, has the flying Hawaiian. Looking for a little stutter step there. Another penalty coming in. Jabari Leopold.
Yeah, and this is where you start seeing the momentum build a little bit for the Loggerheads. Take your time, there's no need to rush it. And, you know, they're already up 7 points. Let's go ahead and get the territory downfield, get another nice set piece going.
Yeah, both teams feeling each other out. Some back and forth here, penalties going both ways.
It was the next player.
Between the 22s for a few minutes now. So I think both teams just settling into the game a little bit, and nothing too amazing happening for either team. But we'll see what the Loggerheads can build here right on the edge of the team 22.
Good look at Conroy Smith there on the wing. They go to the front. Great little take from Aaron Cummins at the line out for the team. Warner comes back into Rodriguez, who finds a little bit of space, but just out in front there. So that error will give possession to the Loggerheads.
Touch, just a scrum. Played into touch.
Yeah, mistake there from the team. I think anytime you come back to where the line out was, it's so congested. There are so many people there. So unless you can really get the defense to slide across to the open side, that might open up opportunities. But kind of a lazy step back, you're always going to have trouble finding the right guys. And the man on the end is free, but it's more of an illusion than an actual game.
Bind.
Kian Barrett played with the rambling gestures.
Stay behind.
Team that never goes to bed angry is their slogan. To Yosefo. Let's see what happens tonight. Drift across field to Kevon Williams. Early ball. Leopold on the outside. He's got electric feet. Can't get through the tackle of Conroy Smith, though.
Yeah, and the team doing well to stay composed there, even after a little error there. Dallin, you mentioned earlier Colson Warner, someone that we haven't talked about too much, but has had a really outstanding day. I think if the team is going to find success, you know, through these turnovers, it's going to be through Warner and Rodriguez to really set up the rest of the team.
Who's off?
Time off for the moment
Thank you.
of Thomas Isherwood, known as the mullet man, to take the field. Yosefo still yelling instructions. 7-0. Under a minute to play in the first half. With the team near their goal line. Cummins again with a set piece to Isherwood, the mullet man, back to the forward pack. Bumps on curl. Canadian international does well.
Play on.
Ryberg at first receiver, Johnny Ryberg. The beefcake Ryberg fends Lance Williams, but Williams is all over that and wins the penalty.
Ball down.
Ryberg just lost his feet there. So physical, so confrontational, but kind of tripped up almost. And that's why the Loggerheads were able to get back on the ball so quickly.
And it looks like we have an injury on the team sideline over there to one of the Loggerhead players. It looks like it might be an HIA is what our sideline intel is telling us. Gives both teams to take a chance to take a breath and get settled. We talked about how the nerves have kind of settled a little bit, but yeah, so an HIA, it looks like the medics are checking them out, so it's a head injury assessment, just making sure that the brain is good to go. Of course, we take that very seriously here in the game of rugby.
And that's the physios. They have relationships with these players. They should be able to get a sense of very quickly of how you're doing. There's a basic list of questions they'll ask, including where are we playing today, what's the score, what's been happening in the game. So just checking on how the player's doing in that regard. And if there's any doubt there, they pull them off for a longer assessment.
Patrick Madden on the field to Kevon Williams. Flirts across and gives it to Yosefo. Great little step from Martin Yosefo. Has a crack himself. Loggerheads on the front foot. Madden looking wide, the distance there. Devon Short is in. The Loggerheads scored 2 tries in the first half in the Cup semi-finals.
Martin Yosefo, when he's dancing, he's got those feet going back and forth. It's so difficult, and that just sucks in defenders. You saw from the team, they had so many players right around the breakdown, but there were Loggerheads players queuing up to walk that one in. So really good play from the Loggerheads, drawing that defense in, and then quickly moving the ball out to the space.
Kick is successful as well. A brilliant start here in the Cup semi-finals for the Loggerheads. They're up 14-0 against the team in the men's Cup semi-finals here in Memphis, Tennessee at the AutoZone Park for the 2021 Premier Sevens Inaugural Championship. Welcome back to the Premier Rugby Sevens Inaugural Championship. You're joining us here at the second half, about to start between the Loggerheads and the team. 14-0 the score so far, with tries from Martin Yosefo and Devon Short for the team in green. Big one, because the winner will face the experts, all the headliners, who are up next in the first ever Cup final later today. The women's competition as well. We have a bronze medal match and a Cup final coming up just a bit later today.
Thank you.
Looks like the team had too many players on the field. It's always a good strategy. New Zealand pulled it off to score a try a few years ago in the World Series.
Sneaky play indeed. Let's see what they can come up with this. Madden goes to the air. Big strong contact on the team as that Aaron Martin leaps up for that one. Inside will get the penalty, tap and go quickly. Wheeler flicks over the top to Barrett. Danny Barrett. Barrett with a dummy and a fan. Flicks it inside to Warner. Perfect ball. Colson Warner hunting for the line. Warner goes in. And that's the response the team needed in the second half.
Danny Barrett really saying, my team needs something to happen, I'm going to make it happen. And it's not as usual, I'm going to run over 5 people. He picked the outside gap, used his speed, which Danny is faster than most people give him credit for. And then using the fend, and then because he's got such long arms, he's still able to get away the offload, and it's a great support line from Warner.
And it's just that physicality, right? As you said, Danny Barrett isn't running over someone here, but he's using his strength to be able to keep the ball alive. In level 7s, you don't want to be going breakdown after breakdown. You want to get those offloads going. Danny is so good at that, just being able to open it up for Warner for an easy run through.
Colson Warner kicks it to the right inside, 14 points to 5. Warner, Lindenwood University, will be finishing in 2022, studied criminal justice and now an MBA. Handy player. One Mike Fighter will keep his eyes on, US Sevens coach. 14 points to 5. Try score himself will get to restart the 23-year-old. Warner puts it down, contestable.
Backwards off orange.
Leopold had this, and Hardy Wheeler comes up with it. Wheeler does well. 5 Ale. Trips across to Rodriguez. A lot of little steps from Rodriguez. Hands off Ale again. Goes to the left. Martin whips it away to Cummins. Oh, he's lost it in the air. Unforced error.
Oh, I think Cummins got excited. He saw that 3v2 overload on the left side and just took his eyes above right before catching that ball. Unfortunate there.
Really unfortunate for the team. They'd started the second half exactly how they wanted to, moving the ball side to side, putting themselves in a strong position. We see Danny Barrett walking off the pitch there. So Danny's sort of player, he's probably going to come back, but he won't want to leave this game in the balance. But he's put in a strong shift, and now it's on some others to step up.
That's certainly right. A well-balanced side will be crowned champions later today. Can't just rely on 1 or 2 superstars. Barrett goes to the side, and DeMonte Noble comes on as well for the Loggerheads. He is certainly one to keep your eyes on with those white, shiny hot steps. Men in green, they have possession now to DeMonte Noble. Steps through ones. Warner has him. Finally goes down the bootstraps.
No hands, Rock!
Yosefo in to help out. Williams. Oh, what a step from Williams. Kevon Williams still going. Hunted down. And what a cover tackle, was high. Still advantage here for the Loggerheads with Patrick Madden.
Just penalty.
San Diego Legion player.
Just a penalty for you.
They want to go quickly.
Just penalty. Mark's over there.
And the referee being very, very picky there with Kevon.
Right here. Oh, right here. Yes. High tackle.
There's one area I disagree with the officials. I know they do such a brilliant job. It's where the mark is. And a shift away to Yosefo. Martin Yosefo, so dangerous up close. Yosefo looking for the offload. Gets it to DeMonte Noble. Immediate impact from the hot stepper.
And you talk about offloads and keeping the ball alive, just like Barrett did with the team on the other side. I mean, Yosefo, he's so strong in contact, did the same exact thing, except this time he was a little bit harder. He was already falling to the ground. DeMonte Noble knows exactly where that ball is going, and that's just an easy finish for him.
I'm not sure there's a better offloader in the world than Martin Yosefo. I'm sure there would be some Fijians putting their hands up, but Martin Yosefo, he keeps his feet moving, he puts all the defenders off balance, and he's so strong that he's always able to get a hand free and offload in either direction. And that's just such a talent, and it really means so much for his team. DeMonte Noble picking that inside line, and that's a great way to score a lot of tries, is to follow Martin Yosefo into contact.
A wonderful score there from the Loggerheads. 3 tries. Take a look at the mullet man in picture, not spotting the headband for the team. They've got 2.5 minutes to come back here. in this Men's Cup semi-final. Team coached by former Eagle Tui Osborne. His wife Jessie and daughter Emma, age 7, tuning in, watching this. Welcome to them as well. DeMonte Noble goes up. Devon Short has it for the Loggerheads. What a tremendous performance they've put in so far in this game. Madden again. Brendan Curl. And from Zimbabwe. Goes high on the outside to Lance Williams, the school teacher. Those are the Utah Warriors in Major League Rugby. Madden yet again. Creating a bit of width here for Williams. What a ball over the top. DeMonte Noble. DeMonte Noble steps in, steps through and gets thrown to the deck. Wasn't held. Still goes. And the pass. Oh, that is ridiculous. Take a bow, DeMonte Noble. And Captain Kevon Williams says, I love it.
Absolutely electric. We know DeMonte Noble for his steps, but talk about that ridiculous offload. Gentlemen, this has just been a game of amazing offloads. Brilliant here, as you see. Really just off balance. Kevon Williams coming in with the support line. What an entertaining score.
Really impressive, and Kevon showed a similar example earlier. When you're shrugging off tackles and spinning and turning, the ability to maintain your balance and find the offload run is very impressive, because you don't know which direction you're facing and where your support runners are. But DeMonte Noble and a fantastic kick there. Patrick Maggan has made 2 touchline conversions, but then he missed the easy conversion. So that's the way it goes sometimes as the kicker. But 2 fantastic conversions right from the touchline by Patrick Maggan in this match.
Kevon Williams goes to the sideline. His 9-year-old daughter and 8-year-old son will be happy about that. He gets a little breather right now. 26 points to 5. The Loggerheads will punch their ticket into the Cup Finals later today. Restart again comes to the team. Aaron Martin looking to go away from one.
Off the leg, play on.
Just on the ground there for Wheeler, and now Ryberg. Ryberg up the middle. Johnny Ryberg, the rhinoceros in the loose. Drives the big powerful legs of his, waits for Isherwood, the mullet man there. Isherwood. Oh, that's a yellow card. It'll be DeMonte Noble that'll leave the field.
Right here. Wait.
Won't have much consequence though in the game. DeMonte's off for the rest of the game. 7 against 6. Final play. James Faivale with the dummy. Bends down low into the 22. There's Martin with him, and now the mullet man, space out wide. Cummins is there, gets the long legs going. Diving in the corner. Referee says try to close things out for the team.
We want the kick, you're going to have a last play.
The team maybe made it a little bit tougher on themselves than they had to in that score, but again, able to stretch the field out wide. Again,
one more.
Just having the overload on the left side made it for a quick easy try.
Conversion is successful as well.
It looks like it will have time for the kickoff, which I think has taken some of the players who are shaking hands by surprise. But I guess if the team really wants to, they could go quickly to the space right now.
Stop the clock.
Last play of the game. You heard Danny Barrett say we can't possibly win. Well, they put it on the line, have the team. They were unbeaten in the pools. Lead the headliners 26-0 and Loonies 19-12, but they've come undone here in the Cup semi-finals. That's the brutal nature of Sevens rugby. Cummins drops this one, and that will bring the full-time whistle. And it is the Loggerheads that beat the team 26 points to 12, and they will play in the Cup Finals later today for the Men's Inaugural Championship. Semi-final number 2 coming up next. We'll be right back after this short break.